Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review. And today we are going overseas again, but a bit closer than the last one, the Chocovezza from the USA. Today we are having the Lost Lager by Brewdog in Ellen in Scotland. Now, Brewdog has been mentioned on this channel before when we were talking about Pojala, since Brewdog's brewmaster Chris Pilkington moved to Estonia to head the Pojala brewery there. Brewdog's Lost Lager is a plain and simple German lager with an ABV of 4.5%, brewed according to the Reinheitsgebot, so with only Pilsner malt and select Spalter and Sapphire hops. So this will probably be a bitter, crisp and citrusy tasting beer. They call this beer a Planet First lager, which refers to the use of 30% less water during production and emphasizes being carbon negative by using wind energy exclusively, etc. And this is where it gets a bit tricky or even annoying for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I am green as grass and I can only encourage companies all over the world to manufacture their products as ecological as possible. I know I do my best. And sure, use it as a marketing tool too, by all means. In Brewdog's case, they have the certificates, I'll put it on screen here, even though they only count for their breweries and don't take their suppliers into account, but hey, they do put in the effort, they do pay up, and I am all for that. As far as marketing goes, Brewdog also markets their Lost Lager as a beer for the common folks and not the elite or the rich or all that. They make ads with common people doing common things that I do too, and I'm sure that you do too, like going to concerts and parties and stuff, so all great. They choose not to use famous Scots like Scott McKenna or John Higgins or Stephen Hendry or Kevin Bridges or Frankie Boyle, so many famous Scotsmen and even worldwide, but they don't use those guys for their commercials. And next to being cheaper, of course, marketing to the little guy is in fact a proven good strategy as well. But they also attack other beers and breweries, and that is where I personally draw the line. Aggressive marketing is one thing, and heck, I do love me some guerrilla marketing and PR stunts. I even did one myself for Karcher Power Washers and back then the latest Mission Impossible film during the halftime of the semi-finals of the Soccer World Championship right here in Antwerp. But in all my years working in the music business and working for multinationals and even as a creative freelancer, I've learned one very important thing, and that is that the best marketing puts your product in the spotlight and doesn't attack competitors. Smear campaigns work short term, but in the long run it's always quality over presence. I'll give you some examples. Some of the Brewdog campaign points for Lost Lager are, for example, good lager is not about luxurious yachts or non-existing never-ending summers. This is real, no bullshit lager. Not bad, not bad. Another one, our Lost Lager is completely free of preservatives, additives and chemicals. Other breweries cut costs with barley malt alternatives like corn syrup or rice, but Lost Lager is made without cheap substitutes. We use only 4 ingredients to brew this beer as it should be: water, hops, barley malt and yeast, no more. So while other beers try to sell you an unaffordable lifestyle, you could just drink a real lager. Yeah, that's 2 attacks in 2 sentences. Now, I have told you guys 100 times, and I'll tell you 100 times more, about the rice thingy. Using rice, for example, results in cleaner beer that's lighter in color as well as lighter on your digestive tract. Yes, rice is less expensive and less energy intensive as well. But that's just a bonus. I too use rice if I want to make a lighter beer. You know what's not as ecological as you might think? Malts. The amount of heat, humidity and time that you need for malting grains even pushed Brasserie Bourgogne in France to use partly malts and partly whole grains. And they make fantastic beers. Now enough on that. Also adding syrup or sugar derivatives is often a way to boost the ABV without bloating your beer, and dark caramel is often used as a colorant, for example. Even the Trappists used that in the 1800s. Not all additives are bad. And while on the subject, what do you mean free of chemicals? I hate when companies say that, because everything is fucking chemicals. Beer is chemistry. Without the Maillard reaction, we wouldn't have dark malts, ergo no dark beers. Fermentation is an exothermic biochemical reaction. Water, for Pete's sake, is a chemical. Please, decent education. Without the physical bonding between two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom creating a molecule of the chemical compound water, we would not only don't have beer, we would not be a fucking life. So a lesson for everyone in each and every sector all around the globe: when doing marketing, don't attack competitors even if they won't retaliate. Focus on quality products and get your fucking facts straight. So, I haven't even opened the can and I'm already mad. I really hate this. Now on the chemical part, just look up Tim Minchin, Everything is Chemicals, he'll paint you a picture. But why am I mad? Solely because of their marketing. Because I really hope that this is a great beer, and don't get me wrong, of course they have a point. There are huge macro breweries brewing generic crap that can only be called beer by the legal definition. But do we really need or even want to compare our products with that crap? No. Don't we just want to see our products on the shelves hand in hand with locally produced craft beer and Trappist beer and other top quality, top notch products to complement the market? If you make a good beer, there's enough room on the market for different beers. Anywho, I might be too soft for this world. So let's cut this crap and take a look at the packaging before we go over to tasting. Because I actually do like this packaging, for example. By the way, I got this beer from the same representative that I got the Chocovezza from. It was a gift. And yeah, I can't say anything bad about that and about them. I like this can. It is simple, it is serene. They have this one golden word, lost. All the rest is like grey and silver gradients on a white background with the world map, because it's the Planet First lager. A lot of things that I just told you guys are actually sort of compressed in their motto, being united we stand for better beer, fiercely defiant and independent. Yeah. Now they do have a comprehensive part about their being carbon negative on the can. Part of that I showed on the certificates slide. And they do emphasize here lager like it should be. Now nonetheless, I don't mind a bit of arrogance. Heck, I'm from Antwerp. We are known to be arrogant and chauvinist and all that. But yeah, like I said, just don't attack other breweries and other beers. But hey, anywho, like I said, time to go over to tasting. Some nice vapor coming out, meaning it's quite active, quite lively beer. Now, even though I did read that they only use Pilsner malts, this is even lighter and even paler than I expected. I would have expected a bit more gold because of the gold lager on the can. But this is actually a pale yellowish color. And I don't mean this to shade a bit more on the beer, but this is more like a piss yellow. But nonetheless, it does look quite nice. It is a bit bubbly. It does have some nice dense compact foam. I'm liking what I see already. So let's see what the fragrance gives us. Okay, I read it wasn't all that malty, but nonetheless it does smell very malty. I do get some carbon dioxide in there, a bit hoppy as well, a bit citrusy even, so yeah. A bit bitter, hoppy. Again, all things that I like in my beers, especially my lagers. But especially a lot of carbon dioxide. This is a very, very heavily carbonated beer from the smell of it. So let's have a taste. Cheers. Okay. When it comes to taste, initially I do get a bit, a lot of bitterness. It's very straightforward. And a bit of hoppy aromas as well, and by that I mean the non-bitter aromas, of course, the beta acids are very present, and the alpha acids are accompanying that. It's quite citrusy, just like the scent told us. And a detail that I get, mainly in the back of the mouth and in the throat, is that it is a bit herbal, a bit peppery as well. A very nice addition to this beer. It is very crisp, it is very clean. It is very German indeed. Like I said, Reinheitsgebot and Deutsche Gründlichkeit. So as far as that goes, I really like this beer. This is a very well made, a very nice lager. And I'm pretty sure that this would sell in itself even without attacking other brewers. But nonetheless, I did get a bit of yeast in there. Very smooth, very thirst quenching. And also the aftertaste is very pleasant. It does have a bit of that typical carbon dioxide taste, even though we say it's a tasteless gas, but nonetheless it does have that iconic flavor. And in the aftertaste, the citrus part is practically all gone. You do get a bit of that smooth, bittery part, and that is actually ideal. It is thirst quenching, it is very pleasant, it lingers on and on. So I would call this a very summery beer as well. And of course, being that carbon negative, look, I always have doubts when companies say things like that, but nonetheless, any effort that a company makes to greenify the earth, to save our future, to plant trees, for example, by all means, keep doing that. Great job. Brewing this beer, also pretty darn good job. I'm actually in doubt how to score this, because it is very pleasant, it is very nice, very well brewed. Objectively speaking, very qualitative beer. So yeah, let's give this a 3.5. Yeah. Okay, with that all being said, and rant. It's been a while since I've had a rant, especially in public. But yeah, if you guys like this video, let me know down in the comments. I know that someone once told me I should be more more critical. I think I succeeded in that today. Nonetheless, let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any questions or remarks, go ahead. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, let me know. That really helps. If you want to support this channel, just share a video, because I don't have a Patreon or anything. And if you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you will get notified whenever I upload something. And that should be every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. And I will see you guys again on Friday with another Belgian beer this time, one of my all-time favorites. Cheers.